Welcome to my channel. This video is called 9 Nightmarish True Stories. It's by These are 9 terrifying true stories guaranteed to give you nightmares. Starting with story number 1, The Creepy Doll. It was Halloween night, and me and my cousin Q were at my house. We were hearing all these creepy noises outside. My dad said it was probably just kids in costumes. But Q thought it sounded like someone was in our basement. Our little cousin wanted to go trick-or-treating in the basement, so my parents said sure. Then my laptop was taken. I went out into the backyard and saw bare footprints in the snow leading away from the house. There was a creepy older guy sitting alone in a corner and not participating in the festivities. One night after my shift ended, I was walking to my car when a woman and her teenage daughter approached me. They said they were out of gas and money and asked if I could fill up their car for them. I went to the kitchen and found a cabinet door open. It was always a different title, and they seemed almost cryptic. Down, beneath, and I thought it was my brother playing a horrible prank. But on the 4th night, the alarm went off again in the middle of the night. The title was simply bed. That's when I realized all the titles together formed a sentence. Down beneath the bed. As I sat there reaching for my phone charger, a hand grabbed my arm. It was the creepiest thing ever. My dad came in, saw the man under the bed and knocked him out. The police came and arrested him. It turned out he was a registered sex offender who had been hiding under my bed for 4 days. I walked to the back door, and it was wide open. Sitting in one of the patio chairs was the creepiest man I'd ever seen. He was dirty and looked almost homeless. It's nice. I called the police, but when they arrived, the man was gone. I said no, but I noticed the daughter staring at me and licking her lips. That's when I turned and ran back to the store. Most of our guests left around midnight, and I decided to sleep on the couch. Around 4 a.m., I woke up and noticed the closet door slightly open. Thinking it was the old creepy guy, I ran up the stairs and the closet door opened all the way. I heard heavy footsteps behind me and I ran out of the house. The guy escaped through the back door and the police never found him. The footprints led to a separate suite. Next door, I knocked and introduced myself to the woman who lived there. She let me in, and I saw that same set of footprints coming from her brother's room. Her brother also had a warrant out for his arrest for breaking and entering. The following day, I heard footsteps in my room and the violent shaking of my doorknob. I ran out of the house and found the man from the suite trying to break into my room. As they were going down the stairs, Q stopped. The doll on the basement stairs started moving. Its eyes opened. Q screamed and threw the doll down the basement stairs. One night I heard a computer turn on in the cubicle across from me. I called out, but received no answer. I hid under my desk and then slowly made my way to the exit. I found a man dressed in black, crouched behind a plant in the corner. I ran down the stairs and out the front door. It was nowhere to be found. The police searched the building, but didn't find anyone. Story 2. The Window Tapper. One night I heard a loud knock on my bedroom window. I looked out and saw a big shadow, like someone standing right outside my window. We became best friends, but it quickly got weird. Tom would call me non-stop and leave annoying messages when I didn't pick up. Then he started coming over to my house when I wasn't home. And when I finally confronted him, he just laughed and said he was just checking out my place. I ended things with him, but he didn't take no for an answer. I came home one day to find my window open and a bouquet of dead flowers on my bed. I called the cops and got a restraining order against him, but he still found me and threatened to hurt himself. I felt sorry for him and let him come over. That was a mistake, because his father showed up too, and he was a big scary dude. Tom and his dad moved away soon after, and all the creepy phone calls and emails stopped. Then one day I got a call from my mom saying that Tom was outside our house, and she saw his dad's truck parked down the street. I called the cops, but by the time they got there, whoever it was gone. My neighbor, who's also my best friend, told me that earlier that night, 3 guys dressed in black were seen on my property. One of them had a shiny object that could have been a gun. When the police asked if anything was stolen, I said no, but I was pretty sure that whoever was outside my window was no longer out there. That wasn't until 2 nights later, when I heard those same 3 knocks. Again, whoever it was ran off into the woods. This time the police caught up with them, but they got away. Story 3. The Stalker Friend. I was only 12 years old when I made friends with an older boy at school. Story 4. The roommate's secret. I moved into a rented house with a roommate. Soon after, we found out our beer was stolen. Story 5. The Party Crasher. I was turning 21 and we had a huge party. Story 6. The gas station. I work the night shift at TJ Maxx. Story 7. The office. I work a night shift alone in a large office building. Story 8. The patio. I was awoken in the middle of the night to what sounded like a bang. Story 9. The man under the bed. For 4 nights in a row, my phone alarm went off in the middle of the night.